everybody. Because this is the first time that you're actually going to be using the portfolio that you created in the first meeting, I want to just go over to make sure that everybody is clear on what they need to do. So you're going to need to have 3 tabs open to make this easy for yourself. So your portfolio should be open, your portfolio template. Also, Google Classroom should be open, and your Drive. And that'll make it the easiest for you to proceed. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm going to switch over to the Classroom. And when I first move in, I'm in the stream. And then I'm going to click on the Classwork tab to bring us into where all of your assignments are. So these should be lining up in reverse chronological order. So next week, Module 2 will be showing. And what we've got is 3 assignments that you need to do. Some are discussion questions, others are turn-in actual assignments. You can tell the discussion question because of the question mark here. Okay, now you can also, if things start to get too busy, you can also click over here on the topic for Module 1, and then all you will see is Module 1. So some people prefer that. I'm going to switch back. All right, now for this discussion question, when you click on that, step 1 is for you to explain competency-based learning to a friend, colleague, or parent, okay? And you want to, this is going to be the beginning of your definition, right? To help you just process. So here we've got what do you know and what are your wonderings, right? So we don't have all the answers, and it's good up front to let people know that, okay? So the first thing you need to do is answer that question. So if I click on View Question, I don't want to put it here in the comment, right? I want to make sure that I click over here where it says Type Your Answer, okay? So this is a tiny box over here, and it's strange that they put it there, but that's where it goes, and then you hit Turn In, okay? Remember, this is for private comments, and this is for public comments for everybody to see. So I'm going to back out of that. So that's step 1 for this week. And then if I click on step 2, this is going to be an actual assignment, okay? So it says, please write a working definition of what PCBE is. There is no perfect answer, etc., etc. You can read these directions. Notice there is a rubric attached so you can see what you need to do to achieve mastery. This is brand new in Google Classroom. So when you click on the rubric, you can see that emerging for 10 points is the definition is copied from other definitions. The definition is more of a summary than a synthesis. To be developing, the definition is written in my own words. I have synthesized the information from multiple sources. The definition is short and minimalistic. The definition includes some but not all necessary factors. And then to be considered proficient or at mastery, the definition is written in my own words, and a lot of times it'll be this and then just better, right? I have synthesized the information from multiple sources. Notice that's the same from over here. I have included multiple parts, factors, or systems within my definition. So that's different from the definition is short and minimalistic. And then finally, the definition is clearly stated and detailed. All right. And this one says the definition includes some but not all necessary factors. All right. This could also say over here that parts might be confusing or unclear. And of course, it's right now, that's what we're working with. Okay. So that's your rubric to work with. And then let me close the rubric. And so now you are going to have to write your definition. You can either do it in a doc or you can do it straight onto your portfolio, but it needs to end up on your portfolio. And then here it says, please paste your published portfolio link in the comments section so everyone can see your published work. So I'm going to do a quick show of how to do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my portfolio template, and if you're not sure how to find it, you're going to go over to your Google Drive, and then right here in your drop down menu, you're going to go to type, and then you're going to click on this first one, and you're going to go to sites, and then your sites will pop up. Hit the search button. Just your sites that you've created will pop up. So this one is mine. So when I click on that, here it is. So I've got it open twice. Okay, now as this opens up, I have my about the author. You might have this on your page, you might not. I am going to double click down here, and I'm going to choose my text, and I'm just going to type out working definition of PCBE. I'm going to make this a heading, and I'm going to go to my palette, and I'm going to choose some color background. Then I'm going to go to my definition. Now let's just pretend that this is actually my definition. So I'm taking this text, I'm going to copy it, I'm going to double click here and choose the text, and I'm going to paste it. Now I can leave it be full screen, or I can shrink it down. Okay. And now the reason that I might want to shrink it down is because when I go back to Classroom, oh, and one more thing. While I'm here at my portfolio, remember this link. When I hover over that, it says copy published site link. When I click on that, here it says there's my link. And now all I have to do is hit copy link. And then I'm going to go back to Google Classroom and write inside the view assignment here for my comments, because I want it to be public for everybody. I'm going to paste my link. Okay. Now I don't have to say that it's mine because my name is here, but if it doesn't show up, I could put mine right here. Okay. Eileen's portfolio. All right. And then I send that. So now you can all check my definition, and we can check one another's definitions. It's a way of publishing your work, right? If you're working for authentic information. Now, going back into the course, the third step that you have to do is to self-assess. And it says, now that you've created your own working definition, you have to use the learning progression to self-evaluate. And this is where student agency comes in, right? It's important for you to be aware of what are the expectations, where are you on the continuum, and what do you need to get where you want to go. So when you click on this, it will create a copy for you, because in Google Classroom I chose create a copy for each student. And so here is the progression. So for emerging, and these are the same that were in the rubric inside Google Classroom. Okay. So now I might say, well, I think I'm developing. All right. So I think for myself, it's just easy for me to color this in and say, I think I was on developing. And right here, this is where I'm going to reflect, right? I think I am in the developing category because, and then I'm going to explain why. Okay. And it could be because I'm missing certain things in proficient, or it could be that and you have to do all of them to be considered developing. So if I only have 2 of the 3, I'm still emerging. And that's sometimes a tough pill to swallow, but that's the way it is. Okay, now that I have this inside my drive, to get it onto my portfolio, because the third step on here is when you have completed these steps, nope, sorry, back here, reflect on using it. You'll reflect on your portfolio either above, below, or next to your working definition. You can style it however you want. Okay, so you can just type your reflection next to it right here by hitting the T, but then you're going to have to make sure you remember the rubric. So I personally am going to hit from Drive, and I'm going to hit recent. And the rubric definition of PCBE should be at the top. So now when I double click that, now the file is right here. Now, I personally don't like that I can't see the whole thing, so I'm going to move it down, and then I'm going to widen this. So now my definition is at the top, but now what I've got is the rubric is right here, and I've got my self-evaluation right there, so that I am meeting all of the requirements of the assignment. So you will have time as we go through the course to continue to massage this definition. And then eventually by the end of the 12 weeks or however long it is, you want to be up in proficient. Okay, so that's what we mean by having the opportunity to try something again and again, and don't be afraid to fail, because you have an opportunity to look at it, set new steps, and try again. All right, so hopefully this will help you to do those activities and to feel a little bit more comfortable. If you have any problems at all, please make sure that you are emailing me. You can use the comments section, or you can just email me directly, Eileen at cultivatingthelearning.com.